My name is Leah Arciaga. Leah Bravo is my maiden name. I was born in Los Angeles, California, and I guess you could say I was always raised Catholic. Definitely baptized, First Communion, confirmation, all of that great stuff. But I would say that I didn't really come into the faith until my teenage years. I joined a local church youth group, went to like a seminar when I was 12, and that just kind of was the path to the rest of my, my faith and upbringing, where I kind of really came to, build that relationship with God on my own, and really kind of deepen my faith in that respect. So we actually met in youth group. I was a servant leader at the time, and I was about 16 or 17 when I first initially met him in the youth group. And we do a lot of different events and activities. We had a Sadie Hawkins. It's a dance where they have it in like high school and everything, but it's a dance where a girl usually asks the guy, and you typically dress the same and all of that. And so obviously I had noticed him, and I had asked him to come with me to the dance. That's how we first kind of really, started talking and communicating more. I think our first date was, we went to the movies with other friends from the youth group. And I guess from there we just started talking. We started developing a friendship, and then eventually courting and all of that into our college years, because we started dating right towards the end of high school, and then all throughout our college years and everything. I've been with him since 2001. So I've been with him more than half my life.
My name is Arciaga, first generation here in the U.S. My parents, they were born in the Philippines. We came here like in the 80s. And my dad, he was in the U.S. Navy, pretty much so military baby. So it was my mom most of the time in our upbringing. But she did a very good job. Like she, as far as the faith goes, I remember times when she would ask us to pray the rosary. To be honest, it would just be me for some reason that would end up praying with her. But I guess it was a blessing that she did that. It kind of instilled a relationship with our Blessed Mother at that young age. When we got married, I think we knew God's will is what we wanted to do. So we were very open to having children. At first, our first months of marriage, we were like, oh, let's just hold off on kids and everything like that. But when we started seeing like other friends, other families with their kids, we were just like, man, we want that love too. We want to share that love.
When we had our first child, that's Augustine, and we were excited. At first, when we got married, I was like, you know what, maybe we don't need to rush into having children, and then when I realized that obviously we were still open to life, we weren't doing anything to hinder it or to stop it, right? And we said if we got pregnant, we would get pregnant, God's will. But then I realized, hey, I am not getting pregnant. I thought I would get pregnant, pretty easily. But I didn't. I said, okay, maybe something wrong, because I used to have health issues growing up. And then I was like, okay, Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I said, hey, let's wait to have children. Obviously, maybe that's not your will for me. And lo and behold, eventually we got pregnant about 5-6 months into being married.
It was a blessing. My wife, we wanted to do everything all natural. So she didn't have any type of epidurals or anything like that. So she felt that pain. And when our baby was born, I was just like, women are amazing. They are truly superheroes because it was just, to life to be born. And in that way, it was just, it was amazing. And I literally cried like tears of joy. I didn't think I was be so dramatic with my first baby, but it was such a beautiful thing. And when we had him, it just changed our lives.
My family is very joyful, we do a lot of fun activities together. We go out, and hike, play board games with each other, and attending Mass is very, very fun.
My parents, they've taught me a lot about God and a lot about how He sacrificed Himself for us and how much He loves us. And my parents, they've taught us lots and lots of prayers, and they've showed us to love God and show our faith in Him.
I watched a lot of Lego videos, and then when I looked up a video, stop motion was an idea that was very fascinated by. And then my aunt, she showed me a video about Jesus' life through stop motion, which was very, very cool to see and watch. And I wondered, what if I did that too? So I started practicing my stop motion skills, get everything right, cinematography, lighting, and sound effects, and the script.
I homeschool all 5 of my kids. I started homeschooling since Augustine started preschool or kindergarten. I knew I wanted to homeschool just because, again, I have that background in education. I was a dropout prevention specialist for the county, and witnessing a lot of these kids, a lot of the brokenness, a lot of it was because of broken families. We had already made that decision before even having kids that I was going to be a stay-at-home mom and that I was going to homeschool. And so we kind of worked it to where, hey, although we can both make an income, sure, but because we knew that I was going to be a stay-at-home mom, let's kind of design our life to be like that. Live simply, don't live beyond your means, that kind of thing. So that way I could be a stay-at-home mom and homeschool them. And it's not easy homeschooling. Granted, I have my background in education. A lot of people would be like, see, it's easy for you because you got your master's in education. But truth be told, it's not easy. You still have a lot of challenges. You'll find that some curriculums are better than others, and you've got to find what works for your child. Even with just the scheduling, a lot of people misconstrue the idea of homeschooling with public school. Like, oh, but they're not doing school for 6-7 hours a day. No, they're not. You're homeschooling for maybe 2 or 3 hours. But honestly, it's been a blessing because it's allowed me to get my kids involved in so many other activities, whether that's in church or whether that's a recreation that they love, soccer, gymnastics, horse riding, those kinds of things. I don't think I'd be able to do that if they weren't homeschooled.